Hi there! Today we'll take a look at the array map method. So what is it? Map is a method that iterates through all of the elements in an array. Similarly to for each, it accepts a callback as an argument. The callback will be called once at each iteration in the array. The callback itself accepts up to 3 arguments, and those would be the current element, the current index, and the array, which is the array that map is called on. However, the only required argument is the current element. Now, there's a second optional parameter to the map method called thisArg, where you can pass a value for this. And it's important to note that map does not modify the original array and instead returns a new array with the results from the callback function. Okay, so how would we write one? Well, what we have here is an array of numbers. So first we would want to declare a variable because map doesn't modify the array we are calling map on, so we need something to store the new array. Then we can call numbers.map, and what I can do here is add +1 inside the callback to each number, and then when I log the new array, we see the values are incremented by 1. Then I can also log the old array to see that it has not been modified. Great, on to some theoretical questions. So what would happen if we don't return anything in the callback function of map? Well, we would return an array of the same length as the original array, but for instances where we don't return anything, the value in the new array would be undefined. When would you want to use map? So you'd want to use map in instances where you don't want to mutate the original array, or when you have an array of objects, but you want to extract only a single property from that array. And most importantly, it's used in JavaScript libraries like React to render components. Finally, what is the difference between for each and map? Well, they both iterate through an array and have a callback function that executes on every array element. However, for each doesn't return anything, while map returns a new array based on the result of the callback function. Map does not mutate the original array, and for each does not mutate the array either, but you could perform operations within the callback to mutate the array. All right, on to some coding questions. So, given an array of objects, return a new array of only first names. What we can do here is go ahead and declare a new variable, then we'll call map on the array, and all we need is just the current element, and we'll call it x. From here, we can just return x.firstName. Now let's go ahead and log the array, and we can see our results. You might also be asked to create a map polyfill. So you can do this by declaring a new array inside of our function, then looping through the array that we're targeting by using a for loop. Now, once we've gone ahead and set up the for loop, inside of the loop, we will call the callback function, and then we will be pushing the result to the new array. Now, outside of the loop, we can return our array. And I mentioned this in the for each video as well, but I think in an interview, this is a solid answer, but there are edge cases that need to be handled, and I will cover those in an advanced video for several different polyfills. Okay, that covers today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you could please like and subscribe, it really helps out the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.